and welcome back to my vlog. An interruption before the last part of The Way of Peace by James Allen, as this today is the 6th anniversary of the day my mom died. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about my mom. I'm not sure what I'm going to say. I do know this: I can remember exactly where I was when I got the word. I was working for Pet Butler. I can remember the yard I was in, scooping up dog poop. And a strange thing happened. Back when I was a kid, one day, I had a dentist appointment, and I knew it, so I went to the dentist. And on the way home, I bought a payday bar for my mom, because she liked payday bars. And she had been looking for me to let me know I needed to go to the dentist. Well, I've always been pretty self-reliant, so I didn't need that. But the thing about the payday bar is, on my little route that I was driving, I had stopped at a Kroger and I bought a couple of candy bars because they were on sale for $1. One of them was a payday. So I hadn't eaten it when I got the word. She had been in a nursing home at Westminster Thurber, and when I went in to see her, no one else was in there. I put the payday bar in her hands that were folded across her chest. And my dad wondered who had done that, so I said it was me. Then when we were at the funeral and they were putting her ashes in with my brother Peter, who had died just when he was a few months old, many years ago, I tried to put the payday bar in there, and my dad decided that wasn't what he wanted. So I've still got it 6 years later. I haven't made it back because it's in a different town, and I haven't made it back to visit her yet. And when I do, I'm going to give her the payday bar. My mom was really quite an interesting person, and she was very, as I mentioned in my Christmas vlog, she was very creative, just like my wife is, on buying gifts for people. She really had a knack for getting people just what, even if they didn't know it was what they wanted. She got the girls American Girl dolls and ones that kind of looked like them, and then got them outfits and stuff like that over the years. She traveled a lot. She went to Austria a couple times for the Mozart Festival. She went to China and walked on the Great Wall. And when she was more or less on her deathbed, I guess you'd say, because she had a heart attack and they kept her alive for a few weeks after that, we were brought up Episcopalian. She had a rosary, and she had my dad bring the rosary in to her. And she held that in her hands, and she was, I think, a very spiritual person. Well, what else can I say, except that I really miss her. I think about her every day, and sooner or later, I'm sure, well, it has faded some. It's not as intense, but especially at times like this, when it's been 6 years, and at times like Christmas, when I have to think about what a loving person she was and how much she's missed. Those times, yeah, I still think about her, and I do think about her pretty much every day. So what else can I say? I could go on and on. I don't want to bring myself to tears or anything. She's left a huge legacy. Oh, one thing, when we were kids, she used to read to us at night. And when there were 4 of us, she'd lie on the floor, one would sit kind of on her back, and then there would be 2 people laying on either side and one person laying facing her. So I would always read along, so I can read sideways, backwards, upside down. It's all the same to me, and I think that's from reading, and a lot of them was Oz books. So when she was in the hospital and then in the nursing home, I brought an Oz book in, and my dad didn't know if that would be a good idea, so I asked her, and she she wanted me to read it to her, but not always. So I would just come sometimes and just sit and visit, and I can still hear her voice exactly the way she would say it. Read some, please. She didn't have much energy to speak with because of her damaged heart. And then I'd read a chapter or two. Bookmark is still in the book, right where it was. It was a parking pass for the hospital, and I haven't removed it. Book is still the way it was when last time I read to her. So anyway, just some thoughts about my mom. And I know she had asked my brother, who had been quite a Christian, and he's now, I think, more or less an atheist, as I more or less am. And she had asked him if he believed in reincarnation. And it was not after her heart attack. I think it was right around in there. And he had said no, and she said, well, that's sad because that means I'll never see you again. So sometimes I like to think that she can see me. Love you, Mom. And that's all for now. Make it a great day, and bye for now.